Yo, it's your boy Check It with Rex, man, back with another episode, you feel me? Yo, happy Juneteenth to all my people out there, man. This is the time to celebrate peace, freedom, and black love. Just thinking about how far we've come. Man, our ancestors' sacrifices were the match that sparked the light that allowed us to see when we were in the dark, and now we can see better days. And we still have to use that light from our ancestors, even within the dark times that we're currently in right now, as we see our black youth being targeted by racism. And now for the burning question of the day. You feel me? The burning question of the day is, what does Juneteenth mean to you personally? What can we as a society do to make sure that there's legislative and social justice for our people, especially in times like this? How can we as a community come together and produce justice and support one another? Now, this is the time where I give you as the audience, the chance to reflect, because this is a podcast of peace, interaction, and collectiveness, where we reflect and we don't deflect, and we inflate and we don't deflate, you feel me? So I'm going to give you all that chance to reflect, and I'm going to let that music play. So Dino family, let's continue to fuel this collective flame together. Let me know in the comments down below, how can we as a community come together and produce justice and support one another? So let me go ahead and hop into fun. Y'all know I like to put my 2 cents in the coin slot to make a collective reflection where I relate my story to the context of the question. But this episode, we're going to do things a little bit different. We're going to talk about Juneteenth's history and relate to the context of the question. I call this Bank of Collective Reflection, History Edition. So if you aren't aware of the importance of Juneteenth, then let me paint a picture for you using the colors of red, blue, and white with a big star in the middle of a flag. In the year 1865, on June 19th, U.S. troops from the Union arrived in the city of Galveston, Texas, to tell the last remaining enslaved people that they were free and that the Civil War had ended. Now I need y'all to imagine just for a second. Imagine being someone that was enslaved, working in the most cruel, harshest conditions, and you hear the sound of horses' feet trotting, and you look up and you see soldiers, and they announce that you are free. Can you imagine how they felt, hearing after 246 years that they were finally free? Free to experience life without someone saying they own or have control over who you are and your destiny. Juneteenth is a day that we as foundational Black Americans celebrate because of what they had to endure and sacrifice for us to be here, for us to be able to control our own destinies and follow our own dreams. There's a cultural proverb that I like to recite, and it says that we are our ancestors' wildest dreams. So today is the day we say thank you to our ancestors. There is still so much work that needs to be done, but I'm so thankful and I'm grateful to them for their sacrifices and achievements that have allowed me to speak my truth through this microphone, follow my dreams, and become who I want to be. This Juneteenth is different. I want to pivot and discuss ways we as foundational Black Americans can be an asset to ourselves and our communities, not just for Juneteenth, but for the rest of our days as we're living. With the current climate that we're living in, with the injustices of Black people, but especially our Black youth, being unalive with no justice from the system, I think that us coming together more is a great beginning to something positive, turning our losses into wins. The first thing I want to talk about is activism. So activism doesn't only look like protesting when injustices in our communities occur. Activism can simply be volunteering in the community or educating others about skills that can help them excel in life. And so when they gather those skills, they can bring them back to the community and continue the cycle. Volunteering is a great way to help our communities, especially helping our Black youth, which is our future. Our great teacher, Dr. Neely Fuller, once said, "A part of producing justice is by sharing information and knowledge you've obtained and educating others." Activism can also look like voting for local politicians that have the best interests of our communities and that will help us thrive, making sure tangible resources are being implemented into our legislative system. Another way we can come together is by shopping at Black-owned businesses, ensuring that our money is continuously circulating in our community. And lastly, spreading peace and positivity, man. Just having group community-based organizations can also be a great way to help our communities thrive and be successful. And now for some words of wisdom, infinite words of truth. See, this Juneteenth is different because we still have chains that need breaking because racism is trying to use tactics to scare us, but we are not shaking. In 2026, we are on a code so foundational that even FBI couldn't crack it. But just as an FYI, we are ready and built for this war against our people, especially our black youth. With this microphone, God has given me the ability to move mountains with the truth. And this truth is that we are the chosen people and have to continue the fight that our ancestors fought and dismantle the system brick by brick, layer by layer, until it is demolished. See, we come with a purpose. As we tread through these murky waters and prevail from these underground railroads and come out free from discrimination, free from injustice, and free from poverty-stricken laws that we will no longer allow to redline or railroad us. We are fighters like Harriet Tubman and committed to black empowerment like we married it and wear the colors of red, black, and gold because we have been emboldened by the blood of Christ and strengthened from those that have come before us. I pray for the families of Cyrus Belton, Cohen Wiley, and Carmelo Anthony that they find peace and comfort from these recent injustices that we are witnessing. We as a people have to continue to stand at trial and testify for our children and people as a whole to remain whole. This Juneteenth is different. Oh yeah, it's time for my newest segment of the podcast, Cash in the Check. This is the segment where we take the coins of knowledge we gathered from the episode and we cash them in and we play a game, Cash in the Check. Starting with question number 1. What was the first state to make Juneteenth an official holiday? A, Texas, B, Florida, C, Mississippi, or D, South Carolina? Question number 2. In what year was Juneteenth recognized as a federal holiday? A, 2023, B, 2022, C, 2020, or D, 2021? Question number 3. Did the Emancipation Proclamation free all enslaved people? A, yes, or B, no? Question number 4. What city in Texas did Union soldiers travel to let the remaining enslaved people know that they were free? A, Galveston, B, Austin, C, Dallas, or D, Houston? Question number 5. What year was the Juneteenth flag designed? A, 1990, B, 1997, C, 1980, or D, 1985? Question number 6. What colors make up the Juneteenth flag? A, red, white, and blue, B, red, green, and yellow, C, black, red, and green, or D, yellow, blue, and purple? Question number 7. What symbol located on the Juneteenth flag represents the state of Texas? A, the star, B, an eagle, C, stripes, or D, hammer? And lastly, question number 8. Which amendment abolished slavery? A, 14, B, 15, C, 1st, or D, 13? So how y'all think y'all did? Let me know in the comments down below. And now to close the curtains on yet another great episode of Check It with Rex with the final act, the last segment of the podcast, Concrete Thinking. This is where we recap and discuss what we've learned from the episode. So I've given you all the materials to make concrete to be concrete in our thinking. I've given you the water, the sand, the gravel. And so now we're going to take these materials, mix them together, and now we've become concrete in our thinking from what we've learned throughout the episode. So check it. On this episode, we discuss not only the history of Juneteenth, but we discussed ways on how to be an advocate and an ally in our own communities, how to be an asset and really educate others so we can thrive and be successful as a community. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Check It with Rex. I got a lot more coming soon. I'm streaming on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Audible, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a review on the podcast for your boy. And until we reflect again, stay motivated, stay inspired, stay blessed, and stay healthy. And I'll catch y'all next time.